Well, for more on this, let's go to Oleg Nivievskyi. He's an assistant professor at the Kyiv School of Economics, and he joins us now from the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. Welcome to the program, Oleg. Tell us more about how important Ukraine is in terms of global wheat supply and how the war in Ukraine has hit the production and export of the crop.
Yeah, Ukraine has been increasingly supplying wheat and other grains to the world market. Just 2 decades ago, we about 40 million people across the world dependent on our grain. Now it's more than 400 million people. And what's happening right now in Ukraine is heavily affecting the countries, especially low-income countries across the world, especially in the Middle East and Northern Africa. And in Ukraine, by the end of the season, we still have about 6 million tons of wheat to be exported, which cannot be exported right now because of the Russian aggression, because of the Black Sea ports are blocked by Russian vessels. And we also still have about 15 million tons of maize to be exported, which is now difficult to do. So, and you see the effect of the prices, right? So, right on the next day after the Russian aggression, the prices just skyrocketed, and now they are almost twice as high as before the war. So, these things that are happening in Ukraine affecting the world across the situation across the world heavily, especially at the background of the droughts that we've seen around the world, and especially in Europe, in the United States. So we are in the period of difficult supplies of wheat and other grains, and the situation will be just elevating, and especially. Take into account that the war is affecting Ukraine already. We expect that the output of grains in Ukraine will drop by 30% because of the occupied territories, because of the mined territories, and because no possibility to do the planting works at the moment. So 30% drop, and we still don't have a facility to export because it's difficult to replace ports as export routes. The exports through the western border to Romanian ports and to Bulgarian ports is difficult because nobody was estimating and considering so much volume of grain to be exported over the western border. So that's really a difficult situation right now.
You mentioned rising wheat prices, and in fact, the price of the crop has jumped again after India, with immediate effect, imposed an export ban on its wheat. India, of course, being the world's second largest producer of the crop.
Right.
Explain to us how this whole situation is affecting food security.
Before the war, we were in the period of low global stocks of grain. So it's not just it happened right now. Over the last, I think, 3 years, we had really low stocks of grains, and now the situation even exacerbates. Okay, so there are no exports from Ukraine. The exports from Russia, they will also be limited because of the sanctions, and I really am sure that the output will be lower next year and next season than this season. And also we hear from. And so the drought will also make the output lower in US, in other countries, in Europe. So we are facing really their situation, I think.
And Oleg, we will have to leave it there, I'm afraid, but we really appreciate you explaining all that to us. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.